Hello. Yup, it's 8 o'clock. It's time. I'm just gonna check on here, make sure it's live and looking normal on my page. Alright, cool. Well, welcome. My name is Sarah Jones, if you don't already know, and this is my first ever album hour. I guess my mom gave me this idea a few weeks ago because when quarantine first started and I was doing Instagram and Facebook Lives, I figured I would just be playing songs that I usually play in Nashville, just like my most recent songs that I've written with people, and then like some country covers. But as it turns out, when I got on the lives, everyone kept requesting old songs from my first album called Music to My Dreams, which I released in 2014, so 6 years ago, and most of the songs I had written 10 years ago when I was like a teenager. And so when I was put on the spot, I really didn't remember the songs. I haven't played them in forever. Some of them I've never played live. Like a lot of the songs I recorded for my YouTube channel, Sarah Jones Music, and so that's how I knew I wanted to put them on the album, because I got feedback there, and I knew those were the songs that people wanted to hear. But I also wanted to save some new songs that people hadn't heard yet and put them on the album. So I literally wrote those songs, and then that was it. I sent them to my producer. We recorded it in the studio, and I never played them live. I was not doing live shows at the time, so a lot of these songs I'd never played live before. So I figured I would give the people what they want and actually practice this time, and prepare a little bit, and just play every single song on the album, just straight through, start to finish, and maybe tell you guys some of the stories behind some of the songs. So I see some people filing in. We have a few viewers right now. If you are watching, please say hi, and share it to your page if you want to. Start a watch party, do whatever people do. I have the dogs with me. I don't know, can you see them? I don't think you can see Sparky or Tanner, but I have them next to me. Maybe they'll pop up eventually. Good morning, Tanner. There's Tanner. Hi, Grant. Oh my gosh, Grant, I have so many stories. I've already thought this through. I have so many stories about us for this album. And we have Sparky back there. I can't really see him. I don't know, but my mom's here too. She might be singing along if you guys are lucky. But there he is. There's our boy. I'm just doing one last live stream with my mom and the pups before I go back to Nashville. And I'm thankful you guys are all here with us. So I guess I'll start with one step forward. So I wrote this song, oh gosh, I was like 20, so maybe 8 years ago. When I was, hey, come here, fresh out of a relationship. And it was just a relationship where I felt like I wasn't able to be who I wanted to be, or live the life I wanted to live, or do the things I wanted to do. And so this was kind of my freedom song. It's the happiest breakup song I've ever written. It's one of my mom's favorites. And I do have a music video for it on my channel. It's the first video that Grant and I, my friend Grant from high school, that we ever shot together. It was so much fun. We recorded it at the beach, and it's still one of my favorite music videos to date. So this is One Step Forward. It's the first song on the album because of the count off, so I'll do that for you. But all right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There comes a time in life for change. Spur of the moment decisions I finally made. Well, all the stories start the same. First comes a spark and then a flame. But what happens when it starts to rain? Well, honestly, I don't need you, I don't need you. And suddenly I seem to gravitate to something across the globe and follow where the wind blows. I take it one step at a time, first with my left and then my right, with wide open eyes and head held high. Well, honestly, I don't need you, I don't need you. And suddenly I seem to gravitate to something new. You can't know what's good without the pain. You can't bloom and grow without the rain. Well, first try failed, that's okay. Take it one step forward anyway, 'cause what's the point of always staying in one place? 'Cause I like climbing mountains till it scares me to look down, and I feel the thrill of feeling fear. And I will only go up from here. And honestly, I don't need you, I don't need you. And suddenly I seem to gravitate to something new. And honestly, I don't need you to feel like I am free. And suddenly I break the chains you once held tight around me. 'Cause I felt the good and I felt the pain. But I'll bloom and grow after the rain. Well, first try failed, that's okay. Take the one step forward anyway, 'cause what's the point of always staying in one place? Oh, thank you. That music video still gets views to this day. Like, it's still one of my top viewed videos. It has over 20,000 views now, Grant. So thank you for tuning in. The brilliant mind behind that music video. And oh, we have Joe Bart saying, big fan, longtime listener, first time commenter, can I get a shout out? Yes, you can. And that was a special shout out from Sparky. And I think I saw my friend Savannah from college, and she says, I believe I know this room. Most of these songs I wrote here in the mountains of North Carolina. I wrote all these songs when I was in college. So like 18, 19, 20, living up here in the mountains. And yes, hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Sparky also says hi to everyone. He hates when he's not the center of attention. But the next song I'm going to sing is Freckles, which according to Priscilla Block's dad, it's my #1 hit single. He likes to go around telling everyone that, which I find hilarious. But I wrote this song my freshman year of college when I was just missing the good old days. My little brother and I were just a few years apart, and we used to be the best of friends because that's all we had was each other. We didn't grow up around our cousins or other family members or anything. It was just us. So when we were kids, we were really close, and I just wrote this song about that and how I missed it, being away from home for the first time. It's called Freckles, and because he has a lot of freckles. And I literally never thought I would ever put this song on radio. I wrote it for my little brother. I put it on YouTube, just like a live acoustic version. And people did like it. I got a lot of good feedback from it, but it wasn't until we recorded it in the studio and it just took on a complete new sound that we decided that this would be the best one to send to radio. And we sent it to not Billboard stations, like, you know, not top 40 stations, but all the like college radio stations we could, and public radio stations, internet stations that would take on an indie artist like me. And it reached number 29. It peaked at number 29 on those charts, not the Billboard charts, the one beneath that. But it's still really cool, and I'll never forget one of the coolest moments was one of my friends in California told me that he was playing my CD in the car for one of his friends. and Freckles came on, and she said she had already heard this song on the radio out there, all the way in California, literally coast to coast, which was crazy. So this song will always be special to me for a lot of reasons, for my brother and for the radio outreach and all that good stuff, but this one's called Freckles. Also, side note, I found an old music video for this that I never posted on YouTube because I never got like all the footage from the guy that shot the video, and so it's kind of like a half-done music video, but I was thinking about putting it on my channel just for kicks and giggles because it's so old. It's like 5 years old. If you think I should do it, let me know. But yeah, this is Freckles. If there were not another trace of freckles on your face, I'd cry. If I could never know again the days that we were friends, I'd die. And I know we don't talk much now, but every time you come around I see your face, and I'm reminded of those days. 'Cause with every freckle that I see, I remember you and me, and I could count a memory for every spot on your face. I know I sound crazy, but I just wish that we could be the way we were when we were young, free to be all that we dreamed. So hey, what I'm trying to say is, I hope your freckles never fade away, 'cause they remind me of the good days. They remind me of the good days. From playing war in the front yard, pretending hockey sticks were guns, to making s'mores at night, then spending all day in the sun, and watching who's line marathons and making root beer floats with Mom all summer long. Well, now all that's gone, and I miss it, 'cause with every freckle that I see, I remember you and me, and I could count a memory for every spot on your face. I know I sound crazy, but I just wish that we could be the way we were when we were young, free to be all that we dreamed. So hey, what I'm trying to say is, I hope your freckles never fade away, 'cause they remind me of the good days. They remind me of the good days. Say something please, 'cause I just need to hear your voice. I know there's no way to bring back those days, but if I had my choice, we'd be close again, like the way we were back then. Yeah. Oh, 'cause with every freckle that I see, I remember you and me, and I could count a memory for every spot on your face. So hey, what I'm trying to say is, I hope your freckles never fade away, 'cause they remind me of the good days, and they remind me of the good days. Yeah, they remind me of the good days. Yeah, they remind me of the good days. Thank you. Got a little Mama Jones vocals to help me out there. Well, I got one person to say yes, post it, so maybe I will. Also, thank you, Joe. Okay, so the next song, third song on the album, is called The Moon, and this is one of those songs that I'd never played live. I literally had to go back to my original YouTube video that I posted years ago and like relearn how to play it. But anyway, it's called The Moon, and this one's special to me because I wrote it for a friend who was going through a really hard time at the time she was really struggling and just really going through it. And so I wrote this song for her as encouragement and just a reminder that I love her and I think she's amazing and I think she's strong and beautiful and can get through anything. And I actually ended up sending it to her on her birthday. The timing just worked out that way. But yeah, so this song is special for that reason. It's called The Moon. Oh, 2 people say post the music video. We're gonna get a little throwback, guys. The sky is cloudy tonight. Won't let the stars shine too bright. There ain't a tear in your eyes, but you are ready to fight, to make it all disappear and sweep the clouds out of here. Won't let it rain another day. Won't let it get too insane. I know you wanna get away, escape the pain. I won't let you waste the day. We'll fly away now. There's more to life than me. There's more to life than you. Let's grow feathers like a bird and fly right to the moon. Time will heal all these wounds. So for now, let's reach out and claim the moon. His useless heart is made of stone. Your restless heart will never know how it feels to know his love. Well, it was never good enough. Not good enough for you. You deserve a love that's true. Don't lower your self-worth, because to me you're worth the moon. I know you wanna get away, escape the pain. Well, I won't let you waste the day. We'll fly away now. There's more to life than me. There's more to life than you. Let's grow feathers like a bird and fly right to the moon. Time will heal all these wounds. But for now, let's reach out and claim the moon. One day these chains will break and you'll see the light of day. One day you'll fly, you'll sink into the sky. Oh, and escape your mind. Oh, there's more to life than me. There's more to life than you. Let's grow feathers like a bird and fly right to the moon. Time will heal all these wounds. But for now, let's reach out and claim the moon. 'Cause time will heal all these wounds. And once we're past all of this, and we climbed out of the abyss, we'll stand in awe of what we knew, and you'll shine brighter than the moon. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you say that's sad? Mom just goes, wow, that's sad. I mean, she's not wrong. We made it through though, folks. We have seen a brighter day. This was 8 years ago when I wrote this, so a lot has changed since then, which is good. All for the better. But yeah, okay, so the next song. Number 4 is Last Bullet. I went through like a weird hunting, fishing, loving every day phase in college. It wasn't weird, it was just...
What's the matter?
Yeah, with Savannah. Savannah, who's watching right now, took me to her land and let me shoot a gun for the first time. I shot a rifle and a shotgun with the help of her and her husband, and it was awesome. I felt so cool, and I was a pretty good shot. I hit the target, so I was very proud of myself. But anyway, oh, thank you, John. I really wanted to write a song that was like a metaphor about guns because I thought it would be cool. And so I wrote this really quickly one day. I wrote it about when you're towards the end of a relationship and you've given it so much time and effort, so you kind of feel like obligated to keep trying and try again, but then you're also just fed up. So it's at the point in a relationship where you feel like you know it should end, but also you're not quite ready to give it up yet. And it's called Last Bullet. I did change the lyrics a little bit, just because I'd written it so fast and never really thought about it that much after I wrote it. It was one of those that I didn't post on YouTube. I just kind of sent it straight to album production. So I changed the lyrics a little bit. I'm going to be looking at them. Sorry if that throws anyone off. I remember I knew Sparks Fly by Taylor Swift. Before she released it, I had like this live concert performance YouTube video downloaded to my iPod and everything, and I knew all the words. And then she released it on her Fearless album, and some of the lyrics were different, and I guess she was making it better and stuff, but it really threw me off at first. So anyway, apologies if this throws you off, but I figured I would test out some new lyrics on you guys. So this is Last Bullet. Savannah says I should come back and do it again. Yes, 100% agreed. Pick your target, aiming. Oh, wrong key. I think that was gonna work out in my favor if I sing it in the original key. Gotta lower it a little bit. Do we have a surprise guest? Or is that a ghost? Oh, it's my dad. Hi, Dad.
Hello.
Come join us if you want. You don't have to. You don't want to. This is my dad, everyone. I'm about to play Last Bullet. This is like the rockin' song on the album. So yeah. Oh, hi, Rindy. Welcome. It's okay, we're only 3 songs in. This is track 4. Pick your target, aim and shoot. You had the bullseye on my heart. Yeah, we were young and dumb, and we called it love, but we were shooting in the dark. If I'm a wreck, then you're a wrecking ball. Got me racing back and forth like it's all my fault. I should walk away and not try again, but I just keep giving in, 'cause one more shot is better than nothing. One more try is better than losing it all. But I shot and I missed every fight, every kiss. Yeah, it all comes down to this. We used to be just like a loaded gun, but I'm on my last bullet. I keep making the same mistakes, so I'm here but not to stay. 'Cause in the morning it's just another day. We always hit replay. If I'm a gun, then you're the trigger, and the shot through my heart keeps digging deeper. I should walk away, yeah, it's time to quit, but I just keep diving in, 'cause one more shot is better than nothing. One more try is better than losing it all. But I shot and I missed every fight, every kiss. Yeah, it all comes down to this. We used to be just like a loaded gun, but I'm on my last bullet. says, I love this song. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I think the air conditioning came on.
No, that's actually the dehumidifier.
Or the dehumidifier came on, so sorry if that's loud.
I can turn it off if you want.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. Okay, so the 5th song is Music to My Dreams, which is the title track to the whole album.
I need to turn on the
And
mic.
that's fine. I have a long-winded story for this one. This song is special to me for a lot of reasons. It's one of the oldest songs on the album, if not the oldest. 30 Seconds, Music to My Dreams, and Freckles I wrote freshman year, so it might be the oldest one on my album. But it's special to me because I remember writing it in my dorm room freshman year with my roommate, Allie. And we were random roommates, but quickly became best friends. And she was like literally the first big fan of my music. Like I had friends in high school, a couple friends in high school, like 2 friends in high school. And then my parents, obviously, who supported my music. But she just wanted to know all the stories behind all the songs, and she literally memorized the lyrics to all my songs before I'd even put them on YouTube. She really encouraged me to put the song on YouTube. So yeah, she was a big part of my life, and I just remember we were sitting in our dorm room freshman year, and she was talking about this guy that she had a crush on who would never like her back, you know, the whole teenage unrequited love
Thanks.
situation. It wasn't angst, it was just unrequited love, kind of. And she would just daydream about him all the time, and I literally I was just sitting at my desk and writing down things that she was saying and turned it into a song. And so I wrote it for her, and I put it on YouTube, and someone from New Zealand, all the way across the world, contacted me and asked if he could demo my song because he was learning how to make tracks and really wanted to practice on my song for free. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And I recorded terrible vocals in my bedroom because I didn't know what I was doing. But the track that he made was really good, and it turned out really cool. It was my first real demo, and it was made in New Zealand. And I just remember thinking, like, that's the power of music and YouTube. Like, it has a global reach. My music literally went all the way around the world and back, which I thought was so cool. So yeah, this song makes me very nostalgic, and I have a music video on my YouTube channel that I did with Grant. We actually did it up here in the mountains. We wanted it to be really dreamy and moody, so it's like a cloudy day, kind of rainy. So it's a fun one. Let me get in the right key. It's getting dark. The sun is setting. But that's all right. So yeah, this one's Music to My Dreams. Sitting here, watching all the stars glow, thinking of things I wish you would know. And maybe I should stop waiting for you, 'cause I don't think you feel the same as I do.
I can see that.
I know. Allie is just the perfect person. She was like a whimsical dancer. She was a dancer at school and stuff. So that song is for her. So another song, thank you, Kevin. Another song that showed me the broad reach of music. Oh, thank you, Randy. She says all the relatable. But yeah, another song / situation that showed me the global reach of music is track 6, which is called Gone Away. And I wrote it with my friend Joe Bart. And this is the only song on the album that I co-wrote. All of them I wrote by myself. But with Joe, I met Joe about 10 years ago on YouTube when we were both uploading cover videos and original songs to YouTube, and we connected that way through our channels and just started commenting on each other's videos and becoming friends. And eventually he asked if I wanted to write a song with him. And I had never written a song with anyone before. I'd done everything by myself. But I was like, sure, why not? You live in Florida, I live in North Carolina, we can write it via email. And that's what we did. We came up with the lyrics to this song, which was based on a weird situation. Basically, in college, there was this ongoing joke, like an inside joke, amongst my little group of friends that I had a twin sister named Louise. And we just liked to convince people that I had a twin sister named Louise, but she was a sorority girl and she had a boyfriend, so she was never around. That's why no one ever knew her. And then finally, where it got to the point where people were like, we need to meet Louise to know if she's real and you really have a twin sister. I was like, oh, she moved to Texas, so you'll never meet her. So sad, so sorry. And so that's what the song is about. That's why Houston is calling me. In the lyrics, Joe came up with most of the lyrics, and we challenged each other because he's kind of a punk rocker, and so he was writing all these upbeat, fast songs, and I was writing all these, you know, slow emo songs. And so he was like, the challenge is I'm gonna take these lyrics and do a slow music / melody, and you, as in me, Sarah, I'm going to take these songs or take these lyrics and turn it into like an upbeat song. So this was my take on it. I had to change the lyrics a little bit to turn it into a girl song, or so the lyrics fit me. But Joe says Louise isn't real. Louise is real in my heart and in my mind and in my memories and in the memories of all of my college friends from sophomore year who had to live through all that ridiculousness. But yeah, so the song is about Louise. I wrote it with Joe Bart, and it's called Gone Away. Savannah says she didn't know this song was about Louise. You didn't know this was about Louise? And you knew Louise. Savannah was one of my friends from back then, from college, and when I was just being weird and trying to trick people. I clearly had nothing else better to do. But yeah, Gone Away. Gone away to the Lone Star State, he left me Carolina blue, wishing his name was one that I could hate, but it's a task too tough to do, and I can't help but try to think of ways to fuel the heart of a burnt out flame. Gone away, Houston is calling me, chase it, chasing, I can't replace it. Should I stay, run to him or run away? I tried to decide, but I can't deny, they'll test my virtues tonight. Gone away, never meant to stay, traded Carolina blue for an orange sky, newer times and warmer weather too. And I can't help but think about the days the challenge what could not be taken. Gone away, Houston is calling. tried to decide, but I can't deny. I'll test my virtues tonight. I'll test my virtues tonight. Oh. The winds carry a message telling me I'm right on track. And if that's the case, then the chase I've made would be enough to win him back. But he's gone away. Should I stay? Or should I run away? Run away. Houston is calling me. Chasing, chasing, I can't replace it. Should I stay? Run him or run away? I tried to decide, but I can't deny. Oh, I'm trying to say goodbye. I try, but I can't deny. I'll test my virtues tonight. There's a really cool long guitar solo at the end of that song on the album, but I can't play it, so anyway. Oh, hi Sam. Sam, oh, sounding great. Sounds so beautiful. Thank you guys so much. That was so nice. Joe says I like your version better. I think everyone needs to hear Joe's version. What do you guys think? It's very slow. We still laugh about that today. But yes, I'm joined by the doggies. Hi, Sparky. Hello. Oh, okay. So the next song, Carousel. I saw an angry face pop up, and I'm pretty sure that was from Joe. I'm gonna go ahead and guess. But anyway, so Carousel is like the token sad song from the album. It was the last song that I wrote. Either Timing or Carousel, I wrote them my senior year of college, so I know they were the last ones to be written. But yeah, it was like, this was the saddest / most vulnerable / darkest I felt comfortable getting on the album, because I really envisioned, like, the way I wanted to release music was chronological. I really thought that I would have a follow-up album of all the songs that were more like adult or more coming of age or explored deeper topics than what I talked about on that on Music to My Dreams. But that obviously never happened. Oops. But anyway, so like thinking chronologically, I wanted my first album to be youthful and kind of more pure and innocent and just a version of young me. That's what I wanted to portray and encapsulate in this album. And so this was like the darkest I wanted to get on the album. And it's about just kind of a sad time in my life. I was a senior in college. I was feeling very lost, and I was just really struggling, call it what you want, but it was a tough time for me. And so I wrote the first verse of this song just kind of how I felt, like walking to class and just feeling kind of hopeless and out of control. But then I was always told that you're supposed to treat yourself like you would treat a friend. Like if a friend was going through a tough time, you would be nice to them and listen to them and treat them with love and compassion and understanding. And that's how you should treat yourself. You shouldn't be too hard on yourself when you're going through stuff. And so I wrote the chorus kind of as a response to how I was feeling, like what I would say if I were talking to a friend. And then the second verse I wrote kind of inspired by something one of my friends was going through. Same person I wrote The Moon for. But yeah, and then the chorus was my response to that and what I would say to her in that situation. So yeah, that's Carousel. I always wanted my songs to have some kind of glimmer of hope. Like since writing the album, I've written hundreds of songs. Like even before I moved to Nashville, that's all I did with my life was write and write and write. So I've written sad, depressing songs that have no hope and are just sad, and that's all. But when putting music out into the world, I really wanted to make sure it had some kind of aspect of hope or light in the song, because music has always gotten me through my darkest times. Music was always there for me, whether I was writing it or listening to it or whatever. Music got me through. And so that's what I wanted my music to be. What are you laughing about? That's not funny.
No, Randy wants to know when you're going to write about her life.
Oh, I'll write about your life. Anyway, if you like tell me a long-winded story, I'll probably write about it. But yeah, so this is my song, Carousel. It is the saddest song on the album, but I did want it to have some light in the darkness. So here it goes. The world spins in slow motion when my mind spins like a carousel, round and round, spinning off its hinges, toppling over and tumbling down, spiral down a slope, there's nowhere to go, I've lost control and I've lost hope. When you spin around and you're falling down, and when you hit the ground, there's no turning back. But if you see a light, you'll know it's worth the fight. Stars shine right through the night, and you're right on track now. You're right on track now. I've had some days when it's been hard to feel my heart let down my guard. My soul is barred as the night is dark. Flashing memories in the yard, a broken home and a broken heart. There's nothing left, but I'm left scarred. When you spin around and you're falling down, and when you hit the ground, there's no turning back. But if you see a light, you'll know it's worth the fight. Stars shine right through the night, and you're right on track now. You're right on track now. When you're broken down and you're lost and can't be found, spinning round and round won't help this time at all. You gotta find the light, find your flight, you'll take flight right off the carousel this time. When you spin around and you're falling down, and when you hit the ground, there's no turning back. But if you see a light, you'll know it's worth the fight. Stars shine right through the night, and you're right on track now. You're right on track now. Thank you. Sorry I messed up the bridge. I used to write some complicated bridges. I like to introduce all kinds of chords in the bridges. I kind of forgot one. But that was Carousel. Oh, Savannah says that was her favorite. I remember yeah, the physics song. We wrote a song about physics. We had physics together and it was a hit. But I was surprised at how many people liked this song when I put the album out. I kind of just thought it was going to be the token sad song and everyone would ignore it, but I had so many people, friends, and like fans on YouTube and stuff saying how much they liked the song, so that really meant a lot to me. It's nice to know that you're not alone in this world.
Joyce's favorite song of the album.
Oh, and it's my mom's
Joy's World.
friend's favorite song. I was surprised, pleasantly surprised. Thank you, Rindy. But anyway, so the next song is Timing. This is one of the songs that barely made the cut on the album. I was originally going to do just like a short 3 to 5 song EP, but I kept sending my producer Pee Wee Watson songs, and we were like, there's just no way that we can't do a whole album, we just gotta go for it. But I did have to convince him to put this one on it, because I was just obsessed with timing at the time. I don't know, it was another one of my weird phases. I hadn't quite figured out #God's plan yet, and so I kind of blamed everything on good or bad timing. It was like, this is terrible because of bad timing, or this is awesome because it's good timing, or whatever, nothing else mattered. Obviously now, like, ultimately, I believe everything happens for a reason, and, you know, I think there's a much greater plan than anything I could come up with, and I accept that. And, but at the time, that was not my perspective. I thought everything was either just really good or really terrible timing. And so I wrote this song about when you're like, when you meet someone by chance or fate, or the stars are aligning and it seems really special and cool, like, this must have, you know, this must have been God's doing, that he put this person in my life. But you're in a relationship at the time, so you don't really think much of it. And then later on, when you're not in a relationship anymore, and you think about, you know, the stars aligning and stuff, and you go reach out to this person, you realize that not only are they in a relationship, but also they're getting married. So that's the true irony of life and timing, and that's what this song is about. It just makes me laugh. What a funny situation. So this one's called Timing. This was another one of those songs that I had never played live, and I really had to go back and figure out what was going on with these chords and everything. But anyway. We met on an off chance one night. It was strange how the stars seemed to align, but I let the scene unfold before my eyes. Our paths kept crossing at the time, but I had a boy who I called mine, so I kept my distance and kept you on my mind. And then came the time I was hoping, waiting for you, but I came to find it was too late to try and find you. And maybe timing's all that matters anymore. It gives you hope, but then it kicks you to the floor. No matter how hard I try, I still can't get you off my mind. Till you'll be in a tux and bow tie, and I'll be cursing time until I die. I'll be cursing time until I die. You had bright blue eyes, but I was blind. I was too caught up to even realize. And now you got a girl, and she's gonna be your bride. You gave me the time, but I looked the other way. I thought the time was right, but now you've gone away. And maybe timing's all that matters anymore. It gives you hope, but then it kicks you to the floor. No matter how hard I try, I still can't get you off my mind. Till you'll be in a tux and bow tie, and I'll be cursing time until I die. I'll be cursing time until I die. And I wish I could turn back the hands of time and somehow make the situation right. I miss you. I wish you could give me one more try. I swear I'd let you in this time. But maybe you're already Thank you. Oh my gosh. Hi, Priscilla. I was talking about you earlier and how your dad always says that Freckles is my #1 hit song. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, there's a music video for this on my YouTube channel, which is hilarious because I made it with my friends in college. I mean, it's not funny because it's supposed to be. It's funny because none of us are actors, and it was all of our first times ever doing a music video, and they were all good sports and very kind for joining me. But it's pretty funny. You should check it out. And a song about my life has already been written and released, and it's this one. Randy, thank you. Yeah, this and Just Not Us are pretty similar. But yes, thank you. And Priscilla was also talking about Joe. This is the power of music. Like Joe, I was telling everyone, I met him on YouTube like 10 years ago. Then I moved to Nashville and I was living with Priscilla Block, who's tuning in here, hello. And Joe came out to visit me, and this was the first time I'd ever met him in real life, and he hung out with me and Priscilla and ended up loving Nashville. And then like 6 months later, he moved out to Nashville, and we've been living together ever since. And so it's been like 4 years. We live together, we play in bands together, we play in Priscilla's band, we go on the road together, and it's just awesome, all because of YouTube and music. I love it. But anyway, we're getting near the end there, guys. This one is called 30 Seconds to Say Goodbye. I really thought this was going to be like my #1 hit single, just because it was really fun and I really liked it when I wrote it. That obviously didn't happen, but it's a funny one. I wrote it because I'm an internet stalker, and I was on Facebook my freshman year of college, just scrolling around instead of doing my homework, and I saw this girl from my high school who I like never talked to. I didn't know her at all, but she had posted Taylor Swift lyrics to Should Have Said No on her status, and I was like, wow. Last time she popped up on my feed, it was like a picture of her and her boyfriend and how in love they were. So of course I like go to her page to investigate and do further research, and I saw she had another Facebook status that was very intense, like, you know, explicitly talking about all the dramatic details of him cheating on her and then breaking up with her, and then there were 75 comments of his friends and her friends going back and forth and just being mean and arguing and calling her crazy, and I felt really bad for her. And she's since unfriended me on Facebook for who knows why, probably this, but I got a song out of it. But I really wanted, yeah, I don't know. But I wanted to rewrite the situation and make it a little more empowering. So I wrote it from the perspective of like what I would say if I had found out that my boyfriend had cheated on me. And yeah, I already had the song title because on a sticky note, like on my desk while I was reading through all these Facebook comments, because I had a history class my freshman year and we watched 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, and I was like, 30 Seconds to Say Goodbye would be a cool title. But wow, we have a lot of comments rolling in. Did I say something weird? Last time she posted, yeah, I'm telling you, it was dramatic. It was crazy. It was way more fun than doing my homework, reading through all that. It was high quality entertainment. You really shouldn't post your business on Facebook. That's the moral of the story. Or I'll write a song about it and then you'll get upset and unfriend me, and it's just, you know, it's whatever. So this one's 30 Seconds to Say Goodbye. Just like ripping off a Band-Aid, I'm gonna rip you out of my life. Too quick for pain, too quick for hate. No time to cry. You can call me crazy, but I'm calling your bluff. You lied to me, now I've had enough. You got 30 seconds to say goodbye. I'll give you 30 seconds to wow, thank you. I saw a lot of comments coming in and they were making me laugh. But Priscilla says she would never unfriend me. Thank you, thank God. Because I've written many songs about your life. With you, of course, this time. So I guess it wasn't so creepy. But thank you. Oh, Brian says he loves this song. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kenny. Rindy says, where can I download all these great songs at? Especially now that I know the backstories. Because I'm going to be windows down, driving, jamming to this one all summer long. Wow, thank you. That is such a compliment. Thank you. They're all on iTunes or Spotify. I mean, literally any platform. Amazon, Spotify, Apple Music. I released this song or this whole album in 2014, so it's around. It's been there. Oh no. Sam and Brian said their Sarah Jones CD broke. I know, I need to replace it. When I'm back in Nashville, I'm giving you guys 2 new ones. 2 new ones. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you. Wow. I've never played that song on a live before. So thank you guys. I'm glad y'all like it. Like I said, I thought it was going to be my #1 hit. I just thought it was really fun when I was 18 and writing about people on Facebook. But, you know. So it goes. Alright, so we've gotten to the last song. I honestly always envisioned 30 Seconds to Say Goodbye being the last song of my album. Whatever album I made, I knew that was going to be the last song. Because it's just so dramatic and I really love a good dramatic ending. But then we recorded Keep You in the studio and Pee-wee, my producer, said that this should be the last song, and I listened to it and you know, was just reflecting on the long guitar solo at the end, and it just felt complete after listening to it. It just felt like this is how the album should end. I was wrong and Pee-wee was right. So we ended the album with Keep You, and I'm really happy we did. And Priscilla says the Leesville Road High School Cup. We went to the same high school. We graduated different years. This is the year my brother graduated, but yes, shout out Leesville Road High School. But yeah, so I love the way the song turned out on the album. Kenny says it's his favorite. Thank you. I wrote it, I think I was a junior in college. This was like 2011 or 12. And it started out on the guitar. I was just playing some chords that I thought sounded pretty. And then just started humming along, and whatever words came out, I wrote down. That's how a lot of my songs started back in the day when I would write by myself all the time. Just kind of play until something made sense that came out of my mouth. But yeah, I got to the chorus, and it really reminded me of the situation in the Hunger Games in the 3rd book when, in Mockingjay, when PETA he like forgets, gosh, what happened? He like had that poison or whatever. I forget what it's called. Oh, it's been years. But basically he forgot everything about Katniss and the relationship they had, and she was trying to remind him of it, and she kind of felt like it was all her fault and took a lot of responsibility. And so I wrote the rest of the song based on that. And yeah, when I finished it, I was kind of looking back on it, and it reminded me of being in a relation, or like having a relationship with someone who has who suffers from substance abuse or alcoholism. It reminded me of that situation in a more personal way. But if you don't relate to that, just remember Katniss and PETA, Cat P, as we like to call them, their couple name. I wrote a lot of songs about fictional characters. I wrote about every Harry Potter character and Divergent character. I had a lot of free time on my hands back in the day. But anyway, this is my Mockingjay song. I tried to get it on the soundtrack. We were gonna send it to them, but I think what happened was Lord picked out the soundtrack. She didn't pick me, but it's okay. No grudges held. So yeah, this is the last song. Thank you guys for sticking with me this whole time. Time. This one's Keep You. Change is changing us each time. Change the way that your eyes shine. We'll change till we run dry. Rage is fire in the sky, but the fire in your eyes will burn me till I die. I never should have let you out of my sight. Well, if I could make you stay this time and say I still need you by my side, if I knew how to keep a good thing alive, if I could know how to survive here in the darkest time of the night, then I would know what to do when a heart turns so blue and you don't know what's true. I would know how to keep you. Fear is holding me back. Don't say the end is near. Can't trust all that you hear. Life outside our life moves on. Can't hold on for too long. Soon you'll be too far gone. I never should have let you out of my sight. If I could make you stay this time and say I still need you by my side, if I knew how to keep a good thing alive, if I could know how to survive here in the darkest time of the night, then I would know what to do when a heart turns so blue and you don't know what's true. I would know how to keep you. The poison running through your blood can make you forget that you once knew love. I need to find a way to save your life, to save your life, to save our life. Well, if I could make you stay this time and say I still need you by my side, if I knew how to keep a good thing alive, oh, if I could know how to survive here in the darkest time of the night, then I would know what to do when a heart turns so blue and you don't know what's true. I would know how to keep you. Oh, I would know how to keep you. I would know how to keep you. I would know how to keep you. Oh, the end. I woke up
Thanks for
Tanner.
the hour.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Aw, sorry, let me read the comments. Jeff says, loving this one. Thank you. Rindy says, all the goosebumps. Aw, that is so nice. Thank you guys. And Mom says, we have some copies. Oh, yeah, I do still have hundreds of copies of my CD that I never sold. So if you want one, just let me know. I have plenty. I'll send you, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get 3 free. Richard says, thanks so much for the wonderful concert. Thank you guys for tuning in. Priscilla says, you should do a follow-up live album. Oh, that's terrifying. That would really put me on the spot. But I know, when I was looking back on these songs, like I literally went through my YouTube channel and found all these 10-year-old videos of me singing songs, and it just reminded me of all the songs I wrote before Nashville, and there were just so many stories that I wanted to share that I never did, and I genuinely, truly thought that I would share these songs eventually, and I just never did. How rude of me. So I've been thinking about revamping my YouTube channel. I hit 1 million views today on YouTube, which is crazy. I never thought I would reach that, so that's crazy. But I might start recording songs and just putting them on YouTube for fun. So yeah, stay tuned. Might have some more live songs on YouTube. I got 2 people or 3 people saying Encore, which I know I did get a request from Grant for a song I wrote called Champagne. I wrote it in Nashville a couple years ago with my friend Caroline Marquard. So I will do an encore for you, just one song, just one encore for Grant, because he was a big part of this album. Like, Grant was one of my first friends to even know I did music back when I was in high school, and he's been supportive the whole time, and he's helped me with my music videos, and he's just been an absolute angel in my life. So this one's for you, Grant, and for the couple other people who said encore. This is a new song I wrote called Champagne. And this will be my last one, guys. Thanks again for tuning into the album hour. This is not on the album, but this is my encore for Priscilla and Grant. It isn't New Year's or a wedding, no fancy glasses, high-class outfits. It's just us, plastic cups on a Friday, a rooftop party, your eyes on me. Boy, you're getting on my head, you got me spinning, and I can't help it. You velvet on my lips, so dizzy I can't think straight, or I can't shake your hands on my face. It's cliche, don't know who to blame. Is it you or the champagne? Hey, hey. Is it you or the champagne? We're feeling rich and golden, a little buzz and liquid love. It's the good stuff you save up for. There's no better time than tonight. Boy, you're getting on my head. You got me spinning, and I can't help it. You're velvet on my lips, so dizzy I can't think straight, or rush I can't shake your hands on my face. It's cliche, don't know who to blame. Is it you or the champagne? Hey, hey. Is it you or the champagne? Hey, hey. When bubbles turn to butterflies, don't think I've ever felt this high. Boy, you're getting on my head, you got me spinning, and I can't help it. You're velvet on my lips, so dizzy I can't think straight, or rush I can't shake your hands on my face. It's cliche, don't know who to blame. Is it you or the champagne? Hey, hey. Is it you or the champagne? Hey, hey. Is it you or the champagne? Hey, hey. Is it you or the champagne? All right.
Wow, that was nice.
Thank you. And there ends the live. I saw a lot of comments. I want to say hi. Oh yes. I love when you guys talk to each other in the comments. It makes me feel less alone. I need to know when you're playing live in Nashville again. And I'm bringing all the people. Thank you, Rindy. Yeah, live music is still starting to become a thing again in Nashville. So I'll let you guys know when I'm playing in Nashville. I'll keep you posted if I have any shows. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was so cool. This is probably the first and last time I'll ever play a lot of these songs. I don't know, I guess I released the album Music to My Dreams 6 years ago and I didn't tour with it. I didn't play a bunch of shows. That just wasn't my thing. I kind of did it just as a songwriter resume for me to take to Nashville, and I did it as kind of a gift, something to share for all the people who had followed me on YouTube and had been supporting my music this whole time and asking for an album. So I did it, but I never really played out live or anything, and so I'm glad we got this opportunity for me to finally play those songs live for you guys, and I'm so glad you guys have been enjoying it. And yeah, if you want to listen to the studio version, which I recorded in Raleigh, North Carolina, with Pee Wee Watson back 6 years ago, it's on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, everything. It's Sarah Jones, and it's called Music to My Dreams. And I do have physical copies if anyone wants them. Seriously, just let me know. I have literally hundreds, so please let me send you one. Buy one, get one free. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a great night.